Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Vermeer, it's going to be some god-tier StarCraft featuring newcomer TaeNgGu versus Snow, who is excellent at Protoss. He's maybe the best Protoss player in the world right now, so top left, it's going to be Snow. He is purple today. And in the bottom right here, we're going to have a blue Terran player. It is TaeNgGu. Now, he's new to the scene, but man, he has done a lot of work to become excellent at StarCraft. He gives lots of players a hard time, including players who are much better than him. So don't be put off by the fact that you've never seen this name ever in like a high finish for ASL, right? He does qualify for ASL sometimes, but I don't know. He just has a way of competing with high-level players that he shouldn't be able to compete with. RJB sent me this replay and said it is God-tier PvT, 46 minutes of madness. And I just had to cast it and post it. So check out RJB at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Subscribe to him. Hit the like button on his videos. Do the same for me. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subs in 2024. And a lot of you are not subscribed to me, but that is a-okay if you want to stay that way. Just a reminder to sub if you want to. All right, man. So barracks coming up. We've got ourselves a gateway coming up inside the main base here from Snow on this giant 4-player map. He does respect TaeNgGu. And yeah, so there's the gas. So we're going to have a cybernetics core, which is the mark of respect in this matchup. Not Nexus first, not one gateway expanding. Gateway into Cybercore. Into scouting. There we go. Cybercore warping in. Gas here on the way. So yeah, Snow knows it's TaeNgGu because he's not playing under a Smurf name. But still pays him the respect that TaeNgGu deserves here. I did cast, I think, 1 or 2 other TaeNgGu games before this one. And yeah, man, I think we'll be hearing about TaeNgGu in ASL and other Premier tournaments shortly. So, Pylon, Cybernetics Core. Got ourselves a factory on the way before expanding. TaeNgGu says, yeah, I know Snow. I definitely know Snow. What? I thought this probe already scouted where the Terran is, but Robert the Zealot has no information on where the Terran player is, so he's scouting the bottom left, and he will see nothing but critters and grassland and rocks. Bunker at the front, even though it's factory before expansion. Very good. Again, paying so much respect to Snow. Cybernetics core researching singularity charge before expanding. So yeah, man, aggression is on the mind of Snow. Which upgrade do we think TaeNgGu is gonna get here on the machine shop? Dragoon says, so it's a bunker at the front here. I scouted this place last. Very sad. Wow, robotics facility before expanding. Okay, so there are some Reavers in your future here, Mr. TaeNgGu, earlier than you may have expected them. And Reavers controlled with a shuttle by Snow are basically Reavers +2. Even if they don't have any upgrades, just because Snow is commanding them. So, yeah, Machine Shop says Spider Mines. And if this early robotics facility is just for an observatory and not a robotics bay, I will eat my words, man. Snow says, let's see, TaeNgGu, if you can handle my Gosu Micro with shuttles and Reavers. Come on, robotics facility, warp in. Yes, warped in. And second tech after that is a support bay. Yeah, I told you. I told you he's going Reaver almost as fast as you can here. So he's going support bay. Honestly, an observatory would also be good. They're cheap. They're not that expensive to throw up here because there are spider mines in your future, man. Wow, very brave SCV. You know, it's like 8 shots to kill him. Look at that block on that ramp, too, with Robert the Zealot. Robert the Zealot merch available at falconpaladin.store. We also have Steve the SCV merch if you want that kind of thing in your house. Mugs, shirts. We got hoodies and beanies if it's getting colder where you are in the southern hemisphere. I don't know how many viewers I have in the southern hemisphere. Most of you guys are probably in the northern hemisphere, so a t-shirt might be more your speed. But I mean, I don't know. We're probably drinking tea and coffee throughout the year, even if it is the warmer months, right? So maybe a mug would be a good thing to add to your home. So, what do we got here? Second base coming in. The second base for TaeNgGu's been running for quite a minute. So this is where Snow needs to get some damage done. He's got the shuttle. He's getting shuttle speed. He's got the Reaver producing. Everything is all good here. Spider mining up the third base location because there's an observatory. Observatory is not done yet. So if Snow wants to go for a fast third down this way, maybe you could use the Reaver to splash damage like a Zealot standing nearby it and kill it. But other than that, without detection, not really a way to do that, you know? Siege mode's coming in, +1 vehicle weapons. Here from TaeNgGu. What else? Engineering bay for turret. Really, really good to deal with this shuttle harassment. Is having a couple turrets around, although Snow really seems to know how to just kind of go around them a little bit here and there. Just kind of go swoop, slip right past them. Really, really knowing stuff. There's nothing that shoots up here yet. That engineering bay is not done. Like I said, this might show up a bit earlier than you'll want it to. Ow! Good hit. Oh my gosh. Ow! Good hit. Okay, so Reaver kills like, I don't know, 8 SCVs there. No problem. This is tough. Tank sieging up, also pretty good at dealing with this. Ooh, shuttle speed just kicked in. Zealot absorbs the first hit. Reaver gets 1 hit on a siege tank. Gonna get another hit on a siege tank. Fire, he says. Yes, gets a siege tank too. Get the SCV. No, kill the other. Oh my gosh, whittling down this tank count. This is a brutal, brutal opening for TaeNgGu, but what else did we expect? Did we expect anything less than this from Snow? No. We did no such thing. We expected all of this from Snow and more. Reaver's got 11 kills already, so that's 2 tanks, and it's 9 SCVs, and a Goliath goes down. Oh, man. Look at these SCVs running from the main base, running into the natural base. Unload right on top of the siege tank. Do it. Unload right on top of the siege tank. Awesome control. It's disgusting. Snow. Ooh, careful, 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 careful. That last hit. Very, very dangerous. But he's like, I'm not going to lose the shuttle. I'm not going to lose the Reaver. I'm Snow. Leave me alone. Wow. So what was that? 9 SCVs, 2 tanks, and a Goliath that got killed there? That was disgusting. 3 more gateways coming in from Snow. He does manage to get rid of the spider mine here at the third base location that TaeNgGu had laid. So he's doing fine. Everything is great. 49 to 43 workers. You do want an economic advantage against a meching Terran player. You want to kill their tanks, which is exactly what happened here. And you want to keep the pressure on. You don't want the Terran to be able to sit back on 2 bases, or worse, 3 bases, and then just come out and move across the map, and then it's really hard to deal with them. No, 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 no. This is Snow. He's going to aggressively pursue, trying to kill this Terran player, trying to keep him on his back foot, trying to make this less than a macro simulator, right? That's what the difference is between StarCraft and a lot of other games, is that there's aggression the whole time. It's potentially there. Yeah, maybe some games all you do is sit back and macro up and make SCVs and get your factories, get some tanks out, and nobody ever bothers you, and it's nice and it's calming. But a good Protoss player says, no, that is not how we do things. Not in my neck of the woods. Forge, Citadel coming in, more and more gateways warping in. Zealot Legs is an upgrade we're never going to skip, although it seems a little bit later, but you know, if you want to go for this Reaver stuff, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Yeah, Reaver's just sitting outside TaeNgGu's main base being like, so, you'd like to leave your main base, would you? And the tanks have to unsiege to move, so they have to move in the range of the Reavers. Ah, this is so tough. This is so tough. Is that another? It's another shuttle over here, but there's nothing in it. Maybe just a fake out. It's like, I'm going to send this in, and then he'll panic, and then I'll pounce on his front when he's all unsieged. Ooh, Dragoon eats a shot, and then 2 Scarabs, 1 tank. Thanks for playing. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Vulture survives only because it's moving away from the scarabs when it takes the hit. Again, weird quirks. In Reavers especially, one of the things is, if you're facing away from the Reaver, when it hits you with the scarab, you're going to take less damage. It doesn't seem consistent, unfortunately. It seems like sometimes you'll take way less damage, and sometimes you'll take almost all of the damage, but not all of the damage. Which is like, okay, I mean, that's better than nothing, right? More factories coming in. Third CC on the way here, too, from TaeNgGu. How does TaeNgGu get out of this? I don't know. It's a pretty solid contain here. The upgrades on the tanks are sitting at +1 attack. No armor yet. Nothing out of the forge yet for Snow, but it's a little bit later. There is a scan of Snow. He sees anything interesting. Temple Archives coming in. Sees a lot of Dragoons. Says, yes, more tanks, fewer vultures, I suppose. Although Spider Mines are a good thing when trying to deal with those Dragoons as well. But yeah, this 4th base from Snow, thumbs up. And he's down at a 3rd base from TaeNgGu, no. I'm curious that Snow hasn't tried to come back in and get any more damage. Again, killing 1 tank is nice, but was it 3 total tank kills thus far? Not exactly on fire here, right? There's a timer. There's a stopwatch that's running the whole game, and it's like, okay, we're at the 11-minute mark. How many tanks have you killed? It might be good to have killed 3 tanks at 10 minutes, but now we're at 11 and 12 and 13 minutes, and you haven't killed any more tanks? That tank count is getting higher all the time. The stopwatch is running, and it never stops running. Yeah? Yeah. Vultures. Taking hits here. Spider-Man's going down. Obs do exist. Because why are you going to skip Obs in this matchup? Another SCV dies. He was trying to come over here for, I don't know, bunker construction purposes. Who knows? Yeah, 3rd base can't land. There's... Oh my gosh, he's going to land. Fine, we'll just hit you with our scarabs. La 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 la. Trying to buy some more time here. Good hit. Another tank dies. He forces a liftoff on the 3rd CC. Because of course he does. Shuttle falls back. It's very injured carrying those 2 Reavers, but it does have a safe escape route down to the south here. As Dragoons lost their obs, so they can't exactly pursue that angle, but they will chase vultures down a little bit. A scan reveals what? What did he just scan? This, I guess? Ah, wrong click there. Okay, vultures come down and say, aha, 5th base, you say. So this is not good for me. I'm just landing my 3rd base. It was delayed quite a bit. You've got a 4th base, and now you got a 5th base that's about 25% from completion here. Storm is on the way. Surprise, Storm is actually not done yet. We saw the timing of that Templar Archives. A little bit strange, but I don't know. You're trying to contain a Terran player. Maybe you forget an upgrade sometimes. It's fine. You can roll with that. All right, Zealots, Dragoons. Any obs with your boys? No. Okay, so Zealots, clear out the spider mines with your fragile little bodies. That's what they're all about here. Dragoons are like, look, I'm not going to walk into this tank line. I'm not dumb. But I am going to sit back here and make it harder for you to expand your spider mine empire and get your vultures out here to harass me. So good. 3rd base delayed, but 3rd base exists. It's a matter of how many bases do you need to take down a 3-basing Terran player. Upgrades for TaeNgGu are at 2-1. Ground upgrades for the Protoss are 1-1, and he's working on a 2-2, far away from that upgrade. Both players are kind of far away from their next level of upgrades, though. But seriously, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below, becoming a member of the channel. For as little as $2 a month. You can also join me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for as little as $1 US a month. Going in here with Zealots and Dragoons. Storm is finished. Might as well make use of it. Great Storms. 2 Storms to kill a tank, 2 Storms to kill a Goliath. High Templar running, Vultures dive bombing. Wasting some attacks on the, there you go, on the Dragoons, but got a High Templar there. Yeah, if you want to support me on a monthly basis, the best way is Patreon, just because they take the least amount of your money as kind of overhead, right? They will take about 3% of your donation, whereas, 3 Dragoons to 1 Spider Mine, that's what you don't want. Whereas YouTube and its membership system will take around like 30% of your donation every month. I want to say that's what it is, but I can't remember. It depends. I think it varies from creator to creator, but it's definitely more than 3%. So patreon.com/FalconPaladin is where you want to go if you want to support me. You get access to videos do a special monthly Patreon video that I post a month before it shows up on the channel, and I try to do some really fun stuff. Right? I've got a Nada versus Yellow game from 2001 that I posted on the channel on Patreon last week, and my patrons got to see it a month before you guys get to see it in 4 weeks. So, seriously, Nada versus Yellow in a 1.08 replay from 2001? How fun is that? And it's on Lost Temple, of all maps. Oh my gosh. I had a lot of fun casting it. I hope you'll enjoy it too, whenever you see it. All right, what do we got, man? Clearing out some spider mines here. It's a 3-basing Terran versus a 5-basing Protoss. Scan, scan, scan. Vulture says nothing here. Great. I'll run down and maybe throw a spider mine down there. That'd be good. He's patrolling. Doesn't have any spider mines, so his job is to patrol. Yeah, looks like Snow's going to take a 6th base. Wait, this is the 6th base. Now warping in. Minerals only, just above this bottom left 4th. And this is the 5th, this is the 6th, and a 7th is getting set up for. Yeah, I don't know, TaeNgGu. I don't really feel good about you if it's a 7-basing Snow here, friend. Ooh, it's air weapons. And it's Stargate. Is it carriers? I don't know. Massive engagement here. Storming it up. Storming it up. That is way too many tanks to try to deal with. 3-2 upgrades on those boys. 2-2. As predicted and prophesied here for the ground units for the Protoss. But does he have a fleet beacon? Oh my gosh, is that an 8th base? Yeah, 7th base, 8th base from Snow. He's like, look, man, you're not going to move out. I'm going to take the entire map. This is a good map for it. Yeah, man, he's getting +1 air weapons. He has to have a fleet beacon somewhere. That's your Stargate. No, wait, he didn't have a Stargate yet. He can't have a fleet beacon until he gets a Stargate, so never mind. Watch the production tab, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be like a +1 attack solely for Arbiters? We've seen Snow do that before when he's trying to style on someone in a PvT especially. I think man, what was that game where he did that too? I want to say it was like Sharp or somebody, and it was just like, oh, Snow. So mean sometimes. Yeah, this is just too much to engage with. I mean, yeah, you can get in there, storm some stuff, weaken up the units, try to get another storm in there later, try to kite your Dragoons back and back and back and back here, but every Protoss player has been in this position before where they're like, okay, this mech is big and strong, catch it unsieged. My gosh, I wish that siege animation was a little bit longer. There you go, kill some tanks, but there are still like 20 of them here. So that's not ideal. You don't want to be dealing with a 20 siege tank army. Even worse is a 30 siege tank army. This isn't even 20. This is like 14. Beautiful again. Storm it up. Retreat. Get a couple shots off. Retreat. Force the Terran army to be slow coming across the map. And you will have an easier time with them than if they just park at your front door. Which they're sort of doing with this 7th base. Maybe this is the 8th. Whatever. This one up here at about an 11 o'clock position. Siege tanks are sieged up. They're not in range of any nexuses yet. But these boys siege up, then they will definitely be. Man, Snow's in trouble here. Can't really engage with this. So, surprisingly, Snow has +1 air weapons for these 0 units that attack from the air. He doesn't have any Arbiters. He's not producing the tech to get Arbiters. He's not producing the tech to get carrier. I don't know what he's doing with that, honestly. Maybe he was planning on memeing on this dude, and then he's like, oh, this is actually a lot. This macro is actually maybe a little bit too much for me to just style on. Yeah, that shuttle's like, let's pull back a little bit. There are 2 High Templar in me. Kind of an important deal. So, look, this is why you have a million expansions as Protoss, because then you can lose this one. And you have this one, and you have this one. There's a ton of bases with gas on this map. It's kind of insane how that happens. Like, a lot. Ops gets sniped. Is now 3 attack mech. +3 siege tanks, man. The sound of +3 siege tanks sieging up is a terrifying sound to be heard. Oh. Right, storms it up. EMP's getting tossed down. Oh, maybe a D-Matrix. Never mind. Just saw the Science Vessel light up here. Science Vessel goes way too deep into the Dragoon setup. dies. I don't know what that was all about. Not the greatest control from TaeNgGu, but it's hard. My gosh, the tanks just keep, look at them keep rolling in from off screen here to the right. And Snow's doing the right thing. He's storming stuff. He's using tanks to finish off previously stormed tanks, as one does when you're a Protoss player. But you kill 3 of them, and then 4 come rolling across the map. Look at this. This is the most, I don't know, one of the most what's the word I'm looking for here? Perseverant. He's persevering with this attack in a way that you don't see very much from Terran players, man. He is just continuing to reinforce, continuing to push in here, not giving up on this idea to get this natural base of Snow's. Now, Snow recognizes this potential eventuality. He is building a bunch of gateways down in the bottom left as a summer home. See, so he can still make stuff even if he loses the main, because losing the main is not unheard of in this matchup. So being prepared for it is a good feeling. Are we trying to zealot bomb a little bit? Yes, zealot bombing instead of storming a little bit here can be more effective than storming, especially if there are no Goliaths. There's one Goliath. Especially if there aren't a lot of Goliaths in the composition here for the Terran. And it forces the Terran to make some Goliaths, which aren't nearly as scary to you as a Protoss player as siege tanks are. Right? All the Terran really wants to do is make siege tanks, and then everything dies. But then there are zealots and zealot bombs, and then there are vultures and spider mines, and it's like, okay, so we do need some stuff other than siege tanks, I guess. A little bit of a counterattack heading on down south here from Snow. See, there's a 4th base coming up from TaeNgGu down the right side. Now, that's the 4th base at the 12 o'clock, and the 5th base is down the right side. But, ooh, another science vessel snipe here. Ooh, shuttle got killed. There might have been some High Templar in that thing. Dragoons are, look at this guy blocking, Dragoon pathing. The one thing that keeps Protoss from just absolutely ruling the world is Dragoon pathing, isn't it? All right, so no 5th base on the right side there for the Terran. Unfortunately, this left side 9 o'clocker from Snow's in a lot of trouble. Great tank positioning. Like, no. You can't come down here and save the day from that way. Do you want to come up these stairs and get attacked? But it is high ground here, so hold on. Maybe it's okay. Maybe the Nexus will be saved. Snow's trying. He's going to try to save this 3rd base. Or no, whatever this was. This was not the 3rd. 5th, 6th, who knows? Once again, just +3 tanks, man. They're intimidating. They are. Worker count 69 to 62, but there's a lot of probes over here at this 9 o'clocker, and if they start running, they're going to run past a bunch of tanks and probably just straight up die. Yeah, siege tanks are being distracted a little bit from just murdering this Nexus right away because Snow keeps poking his nose down here, but the reinforcements continue to show up. But, I mean, this base, like, we're looking good. We're looking good for Snow. Again, losing this one is why you have 100 bases. Why there were 8 bases. Because he knew he wasn't going to be able to keep them all. He was going to lose some. And losing some when you have 8 is better than losing some when you have 5. It's math. It's math is what it is. So this is going to die, and then all the probes are going to go. Let's walk past these tanks. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. We're going to attack down the right side here, clearing out spider mines. Nexus coming up in the bottom right. Probe got killed, but not before the Nexus came down. Yeah, okay. So worker count out. Now 61 to 62. TaeNgGu has the lead on the worker count. Not what you want against a Terran player with their absolutely terrifying mech stratagems. My goodness. And this attack of the natural is still ongoing. He's been able to split units off, kill this 9 o'clock, and still be threatening this natural base for Snow. Snow's like, I'm maxed out. I should be able to do this. Ooh, high ground spider mines are brutal. Little zealot bombing on the tanks that are covering this area. Shuttle gets sniped for it. Snow takes the high ground, but it doesn't help you as much when you can scan the high ground and the tanks can see you on the high ground. Oh, man. Are vultures? Vultures are going to try to kill this bottom right Nexus. Snow's expanding again. Man, this reminds me of one of the best PvTs I've ever cast on the channel, where it is Light off-racing as Protoss against Flash playing Terran. And Light is just expanding like a madman all over the entire map. And that's exactly what Snow is doing here. This is how you play PvT, because you're going to lose some bases against a good Terran player. And yes, it was Flash that Light was playing against. It was not TaeNgGu. But dude, TaeNgGu's maxed out. He's got a bit of a bank rolling. He continues to threaten this natural base. Reinforcements coming out of the main are very difficult to get out. That's why a lot of production's happening down here in the bottom left in the summer home, as I affectionately try to call it when I'm casting PvTs. Dude, these guys are not going to be allowed to kill this. I love it. Ford Dragoons are like, no, you're not going to be allowed to kill this. You can bring it under 100 HP. Not happening, man. Great Storms again. Once again, tank positioning up on this high ground is just tough to break. Snow doesn't even like it at all. Dude, Nexus is at 62 hit points and alive. What a beautiful decision there by Snow to come in when he did. Very, very last second. And take it. Upgrades are 3-2 for the ground units, 3-3 for the mech. No real surprise there. That Air 1 upgrade still exists. Oh, there is an Arbiter Tribunal here. I guess that might have been here for a minute. But I haven't seen any Arbiters, nor have I seen anything come through the production tab that would indicate we have Arbiters. Like, you know, Recall and stuff. Move down south here from TaeNgGu while Snow moves up north. Oh boy. Bit of a ships passing in the night situation here. TaeNgGu says, let's peel off a couple tanks down this way, try to wipe out 1 or 2 of these bases, and then maybe try to stop this Protoss attack that went all the way around and circumvented my contain there at the natural base. Not what you want at all. SCVs evacing, but are they? They are getting stormed. 43 SCVs remain. The number is going down. 36 SCVs to 59 probes. But simultaneously threatening both of these bases is TaeNgGu. He's like, yeah, you might have forced me to lift off at my 12 o'clock, but if I kill both of these bases in the bottom right for you, what are you going to do about that, mon frère? He probably didn't say mon frère because he's not French. He is a Korean Terran player. DT's on the way from Snow. I don't know if those are desperation DTs or what. Look at these Reavers trying to save the day. Oh my gosh, sick. D-Matrix trying to take down the shuttle. No! Oh, the tank does take down the DT, or rather the Reaver, because the shuttle is out of position. DT's in the mix trying to save this Nexus because this guy is a lost cause. Or is it? It's not actually being fired on, though. Guy, no, once again, Snow's like, I can't make it out of here. What's going on? Okay, he does scan and finally kill the Nexus. Maybe this Goliath got it. And then high ground siege tanks at your Nexus. TaeNgGu, this is an insane match from you. I cannot believe you're playing this well. I cannot believe Snow has not been able to deal with several of your setups here. The upgrades, the splitting, the compositional choices, the micro with the units that you can micro, right? Dude, how many Nexus is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Nexuses killed today? I think it's 5. Again, Snow tries to break this front. Again, he Zealot bombs it. Again, he loses a shuttle or 2. Again, he can kind of push it back, but he hasn't been able to fully crush it. And that's what you want to do as a Protoss player, is fully crush positions like this. Something Best is really good at, something Snow is normally very good at. Extraordinarily very good at. Snow it up. Storm it up. Okay, from the south here, if Snow engages from both directions, he can probably take out this position for the first time in a long time. Yeah, so Snow's Nexus is gone. The 6 o'clock still exists for him. This whole bottom left corner is his. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 mining bases as the main and the natural are mined out. Terran is on 1, 2, 3 mining bases. So Terran's holding on. It's not like he has any kind of an economic advantage here, but he's at a place where you're okay being against a Protoss, unless the Protoss is Snow, and then maybe you kind of hate your life. But TaeNgGu's holding on. Both players are under 1,000 minerals, which means they are spending so well. And finally, the last remnants of this forward position get wiped out. Feels like they've been here for 20 minutes. It hasn't been that long, but honestly, maybe 15, and Snow's on a rampage. Snow says, all right, friend. This is ridiculous. You've done a great job killing some of my bases, but that's why I had, let's count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10 and 11 bases? Something like that today. 11 total Nexuses at some point. And once again, we're doing a bit of a base trade scenario. 12th base is forced to lift, a bunch of SCVs go down, but TaeNgGu is set up at the 6 o'clock and is probably going to kill that one. So we're trading mining bases for each other. Newer sources of income. Maybe not the newest sources of income for either player, but that's okay. It's fine. 59 to 36 workers is not where you want to be. Why is this tank not in range of that Nexus? Like, seriously, why? Are you... Ooh, okay, let's EMP it, make the tank's job a little bit easier. Snow crushing into this third base locale of TaeNgGu he's had for a minute. The SCVs again evacuating or getting stormed. I think that's technically a war crime. But did the Protoss sign the treaty that made it a war crime is the question. Either way, Snow's getting chased off here again. Storms are blanketing these tanks. Several of them going down in the process, but look at all the Dragoon blood that's been spilled here. High Templar gets a storm off, gets obliterated. And more probes dying as they flee from the Nexus that they no longer can mine from because it doesn't exist anymore. Ooh, one of them made it out. Maybe 2 will make it out. 2 probes make it out, but they might come back. They're going to come back, aren't they? Yeah, still 52 probes to 31 SCVs. Spider Mines are scouting the fact that Snow is taking the base outside of his main. Probably a good one to take, I would say. But 10 Dragoons at a time being produced here by Snow. He's got the extra money. Does he, though? 2 bases worth of 50 probes is not exactly... I don't know. Some of them are up here at this new base. So he's on 3 bases now. This base has not come back thanks to the Zealot. So TaeNgGu is in a lot of trouble. Vultures. Oh, no. No Spider-Man connections on those probes. Okay. The Zealots are smart enough to stay away from the probes there as they were evacuating, so the Spider-Mines didn't get dragged into the little probe squishy bodies there. That was pretty awesome stuff. All right, so where are we with this? 180 to 153 supply. Guess who's up, right? Yeah, Snow's just playing this really well. Storm is the splash of choice here. There was a little bit of Reaver stuff, but not as much as Storm today. Vultures come down and kill some of the probes that are dumb enough to be down here hilariously, but they're like, we are needed back home. Snow's pushing on the main. Not something we see a lot of. Just a push right into the front door of the main base of the Terran player. No trying to recall in there. Not trying to send any shuttles in or anything. Vultures try to get up to this base and see if it's unprotected. It's not. Good snipe of a High Templar, though. Ooh, another High Templar snipe. These Vultures are like, we might have gotten a little bit accidentally ambushed, but we're going to kill some High Templar and even those odds, even that score. Vulture says, I can fight you, but not if you're not microed at all, dude. Great EMP. Catching, I think, 4 of the 6 High Templar here. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2. Oh, they're moving around so much. Maybe just 3 of them. There's a pickup here, too. Anyway, excellent EMP. Great use of that spell. Always wonderful. And an Arbiter with a Fleet Beacon. So I was looking for these at like the 20-minute mark. We didn't get there, though. But now we are. So now Snow's like, do I have enough money to get into carriers from this position? I'm not convinced that he does. But he's getting air armor. So, I mean, he's got to be a little bit serious about carriers. He doesn't have the upgrades, but his carrier control is insane. He's really going to force a lot of Goliaths out here from the Terran player, which he doesn't want to do. TaeNgGu's finally expanding into this bottom right position, which I feel like he's been safe to expand to for a while, right? Can this tank not hit this pylon or this gateway if the Science Vessel spots for it? It totally can. It totally can. Science Vessel, go poke your nose out there. Let's go after that gateway. Come on, man. Okay, little shuttle unload. Gets a DT and an Archon into your base. It's fine, I guess. I mean, lost mining time, etc., etc. But the Archon dies, DT dies pretty easy. Snow decides to make an engagement here. Coming up to the right side and jumping on top. Tanks sieging on the high ground out of desperation here. They're not feeling good about this. As Dragoons and Zealots and High Templar with 3/3 upgrades are in here, throwing storms down on the high ground. This main base of TaeNgGu is all of a sudden in a lot of trouble. Tank count down, down, down. Tanks dying left and right here. One tank left inside the main. Reinforcing Terran units are coming back home to try to deal with this. How long has this SCV been stuck here? A long time would be my guess. Guess who has the high ground now? Says Snow. I have the high ground. I can one volley down your tanks with these Dragoons. But eventually, it looks like there will be enough here from TaeNgGu to clear this out. Dragoons have kind of stopped target firing in particular, which is a general sign that Snow has abandoned these units to their deaths. He's making new rounds of Zealots, new rounds of Dragoons, shuttles running around, picking stuff up. This bottom right base of TaeNgGu is awesome. He needs to send some SCVs down there. We do some scanning. Okay, we see these Dragoons moving around the middle of the map. They're heading down to the bottom right, which only makes sense because a lot of the army for Snow is up here in the top right, although they're gone now. Ooh, Reaver High Templar combo. We didn't give up on the Reaver stuff, boys. Ugh, 3 more SCVs die. Excellent, excellent stuff. Oh, this might be a big one. This could be a big Reaver connection. Or, you know, just a storm. Oh, no. 22 SCVs remain. SCVs turned around intelligently. Nice D-Matrix on the Goliath to try to keep it alive because the shuttle dying is the end of all time here. Kill the shuttle. 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 Oh my gosh, why are you attacking the Reaver so much? Because that's the default attack thing here. All right, fine. Siege tank comes in, everybody dies anyway. Doesn't really matter, but 57 to 24 workers in favor of the Protoss right now. 164 to 122 supply. Sure, a lot of that is a worker count, but Snow has a lot of army here. Not that he's maxed out, but still. Attacking into siege tanks. This has been an absolute bloodbath today of definitely epic proportions. Gotta say, this game has been everything RJB has promised it to be. It's more storm on the tanks. They're on the high ground. They're not supposed to be this vulnerable, says TaeNgGu. Snow says, watch me. Ooh, kill that High Templar. I cannot believe it. High Templar, as always, lagging behind everybody else because he floats slowly. Does not get killed by the vultures that are in the general vicinity to kill him. So Snow's reestablishing that base. He hasn't managed to retake this one, but I don't know that it's worth it for him. It's not. There's not enough minerals there to make worth throwing up another 400 mineral nexus. Doing some basic, very easy math there. Usually when I'm casting, math is not something I should do. But in that case, it wasn't this bad. Yeah, I don't know. Is this going to be too much for TaeNgGu? We're looking at it. We're staring at it. I think Vultures tried to pick off that High Templar there, but couldn't quite. Sometimes attacking in StarCraft is a little bit dicey, you know? Oh, there it is. There's a hit. There's a hit. There's a hit. There's a hit. Hey, there you go. I think he's been trying to do that for a while. Another shuttle shows up, dies immediately. There's Zealots here, and oh, never mind. There was a siege tank. Not anymore. And a full evac. Snow is just absolutely putting his stamp on this game in a way that is absolutely brutal. Siege tanks finally show up, clear this out. Vultures symbiotically assisting as well. Snow makes another attack into this high ground tank position. Who's afraid of the high ground, says Snow. Not me. Never been me, not even a little bit here. And he does clear it out, storming his own Zealots a little bit. Make them pretty vulnerable to other attacks, but yeah, this 12 o'clock base from TaeNgGu's been a problem today. This 3 o'clock base has been a major issue for him as well. 57 to 34 SCVs. He's done. Oh, and this is just going to die. This is going to die. These are, well, unless they don't actually attack it. There we go. They wanted that missile turret real bad. And there was enough time to kill the command center, too. Snow knows what's up. Stop worrying about him, Falcon. Don't even worry a little bit. So this is not happening for Terran. This is not happening for Terran. But Protoss is only mining on 2 bases, which, hey, look, it's 2 bases for the Terran player, too. So TaeNgGu actually is in a moderately tenable position, except that he's down about 50 supply. And Zealot's unloading D-Matrix, trying to keep those boys alive. Another EMP gets tossed down. Tank dies. TaeNgGu falling back. High ground's one of his tanks. He's got more tanks. Siege these boys up. We got to defend this bottom right with everything we have. Missile turret trying to take down a shuttle. Everybody evacs from this low ground base of the bottom right spawn. SCVs running, eating storms as they go through the gauntlet. Snow is trying to shut both of these bases down and get the kill, but can he do it entirely? This is some, I was going to say, some pretty good tank micro, and then he stopped microing the tanks. And that Zealot got a kill. Yep, Dragoons back behind. 7 kills, 3 kills. They're going to get wiped out. 56 to 42 SCVs. TaeNgGu has been producing SCVs this entire time somehow. But still, 116 to 86 supply, not a good number you want to see in a replay that you're watching of your game that you're playing. Yeah, this is mined out. That can't be retaken. I feel like maybe, oh my gosh, land here. TaeNgGu, land there. Recognize it's available to you now. Snow just being everywhere, man. Multiple attacks, all sorts of different places. Once again, making a move on the main base of TaeNgGu, which has been under assault a lot lately, but is it gonna be a game-ending assault? We gotta see. We gotta see for ourselves, as the Natural Command Center is on fire, but not into the burning HP levels quite yet. Yeah, man. Snow? The only real place he can go to expand is maybe here. That's not great. He is mining out of the 6 o'clock base extremely quickly. He's going to be a 1-basing Protoss here against a 2-basing Terran fairly soon. Is TaeNgGu in a position where he can pull this off? Are we going to see more of TaeNgGu in the future? Because I really feel like we should. Based on this game, based on some other stuff we've seen from him, just a couple Zealot. Nope, High Templar ready to storm, ladies and gentlemen. Storming your buddy so he dies is not great. Vulture micro, Vulture siege tank combo here. Got to be pretty good. I don't know what all this was. Maybe missile turrets. They're all dead now. Snow's running around with effectively a Dragoon army, and that's all he sort of has. Yeah, I think he recognized that he doesn't have the cash to go carriers or really arbiters here. They're very gas heavy. He hasn't really had a big gas bank today. He hasn't had access to a ton of refineries either. At least not for the last 10 minutes or so. This is brutal. I don't know, man. I don't know about this for Snow. High ground siege tanks or high ground siege tanking. Snow again comes in and tries to shut this thing down. Shuttle does get wiped out thanks to the missile turrets, but both high ground siege tanks are having a lot of trouble. Snow crushing on in. Getting deep into the 2 bases that are mining here from TaeNgGu. At least one of them is definitely going to die. SCVs are retreating for their lives. Reavers moving into the place where you thought was safe. Not looking great here. Both sources of income for TaeNgGu are getting obliterated here. Snow putting the clamps down on this game as the command center burns down and explodes in the sky. Yeah, this might just be the nail in the coffin here for TaeNgGu, but Snow's mined out. He's effectively mined out of the 2 bases that he has access to right now. As that command center dies too, this is mined out. This is now mined out, just now. So TaeNgGu might want to land this command center, send his remaining 6 SCVs up here and keep mining, because if you keep mining and Snow is not mining, you might actually win this game. I don't know, but he's not doing it. Also, Snow's checking that spot because he's not an idiot. So he checks the spot and says, okay, good. TaeNgGu's not mining either. Have I trapped myself in this bottom right corner, though, is going to be the question I need to ask myself. Zealots eating spider mines. Zealots eating tank shots and Goliath attacks here. These Zealots could do a great job in turning the tide, but they're kind of getting caught out in the middle of the map. Nice turnaround. And storm combo. Oh. Okay, Snow. That was disgusting. I know I'm being pursued by vultures. I can't outrun them. And if I try to chase them, I'll die because they can kite me. But what if I catch them by surprise? Boof. Storm them. and then wipe them out that way. That's pretty good. So Snow says, all right, I'm going to make sure you don't take these 2 bases. But also, Snow is reduced to long-distance mining from this 9 o'clock that he did not deem worthy of re-expanding to. Every tank shot here is a big, big one for Snow. Is this his entire army down here? No. Those zealots. Where are they? Yeah, there are some zealots and an Archon running around. I think Snow's going to go for a bit of a surround here. He's going to try to attack with the units on the right. Oh, but the vultures find this group. Are you kidding me? TaeNgGu. He's out here causing all sorts of problems for the zealots. Okay, great. Wasn't able to kill everything. Finds these probes. He's like, sure, I'll kill all these probes. The probes are like, we can fight back, you know. And the vulture's like, but we have +3 armor. You shouldn't be able to kill us that fast. But man, vultures are very squishy because they're so fast, right? Oh, what is this base TaeNgGu retook in all of this chaos? Okay, so he retakes the 3 o'clock. He's got money. And there we go. Coming from the right side. Coming from the top side. And I don't know if there's enough here from Snow to do it. Snow GG's out. And TaeNgGu is our winner in 46 minutes. Yeah. Yep. This is one of the greatest PvTs I have ever cast on the channel. TaeNgGu takes down Snow in 46 minutes. 46 minutes of insane TVP today. He's got 20 SCVs left. I need to see when he retook this base. So while I'm ranting, let's just fast forward this thing real zippy-like. But man, if you don't hit the like button for this game, what are you doing? Maybe you're a Snow fanboy and you're like, Snow lost to some nobody. No. This is an up-and-coming player. This is not a nobody. This is absolutely not a nobody. This man, TaeNgGu, is making a name for himself in Pro League style games on the ladder, proving he can not only stand toe-to-toe with players like Snow, he can also beat them sometimes. Now, do I think that if Snow met TaeNgGu in an ASL and they had like a best of 5, that TaeNgGu would win? I don't think so, but I feel like he's got a chance. If you can beat Snow in a 46-minute game, you have a chance to defeat him in a best of series in an ASL or any other Pro League style tournament. When does he... Because this happens... Oh my gosh, did he float the CC down from... He floats it down from the Nat? Maybe from here. Where'd that come from? Where did that come from? But seriously, hit the like button, subscribe. Because this was so great. So great. Yeah, I think it's from the natural. Dude, and Snow did everything he could. He was definitely choosing Storm and Reavers over Arbiters and Stasis today. And Shuttles, too, over Arbiters with Recall. And Mass Gateway over Carriers with Gateway. Hybrid type stuff, right? So he lifts off, and then he starts the march. Like, this is the game-winning move here. He manages to float his command center from the natural base in the top right of this humongous map. Swinging all the way down to this right side 9 o'clock position, or 3 o'clock position. Does Snow know about it? I mean, he's really focused on killing this. We're going to see this for the 3rd time. TaeNgGu fans are like, oh no, not TaeNgGu. Yeah, this probe massacre was fine, whatever, didn't really matter. SCV massacre pretty bad here too, actually. And then I caught this exploding, and I didn't see on my screen this land at 43 minutes. And then from here on, Snow is trapped. right? All these units here are trapped inside this base. He's got high ground, and he's able to take some tanks out, able to take out a couple vultures, but he can't really escape all that easily. He does check to make sure this isn't happening, but he never thinks to check this base, and I think that's what kills him. That TaeNgGu was able to fly the CC all the way from his natural over there, unseen, unscouted, unspotted. Is this observer going to check it? He's like, I got to check the other base. Oh, crap. We got to do something about that. So then he goes. He marches on it. He's like, nope. I got to bring the rest of my dudes over before we can march on it. And then these vultures are like, are you really? Surprise! And then vultures, yeah, get chased away by dragoons, as is Eternal. But he's like, we're on a clock right now. I need to kill that base. He starts sending units over to kill it. But then he gets dragged into the tanks down here, decides to go for just the whole kit and caboodle. Can't do it, and GG's out. Wow. Wow. Okay, that was fun. That was so fun. Wow. Okay. I mean, that was an absolutely disgustingly good PvT in a way that I did not expect it to be this good. I mean, Dude Nerd called it. Dude Nerd. RJB, he goes by Dude Nerd on Discord, but he called it God tier, and he was not wrong. There's nothing left here from TaeNgGu. He's got 20 SCVs and 53 other supply. So what is it? A total of 5 vultures, 2 Goliaths, and 3 tanks, man. 2 science vessels, too. So it's not like he's that dead broke. And he's producing stuff because he has income and Snow doesn't. Woo! Yeah, that was good. TaeNgGu, TaeNgGu, TaeNgGu. We're going to start a TaeNgGu chant. People will hear it. But anyway, man. I mean, all good things must come to an end. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. God tier StarCraft for you today. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you enjoy and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.